Welcome, fellow knowledge explorers, to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into a world where businesses might be sitting on, well, what some are calling a digital gold rush. We're talking about taking assets that seem, dead, those forgotten leads, old customer lists, and turning them into actual millions. Imagine just finding a whole new revenue stream from something a company thought was basically worthless.
It's a really potent idea, and our mission today is to really unpack how this works. We're digging into the Instant AI Agency by Dan Wardrope, and specifically this unique AI system he calls ROYA. And look, this isn't just small changes we're talking about. It's framed as a fundamental shift, a new way for lead generation. It could open up huge wealth opportunities and honestly tackle what's described as a multi-trillion-dollar problem for businesses everywhere.
And what I find really compelling is you don't have to be some kind of tech genius, right? The source material seems to walk you through it, from the old, frustrating ways of getting leads to what they call a stress-free way using AI. So the core idea, the really brilliant bit, is reactivating those dormant customer databases, turning, like you said, trash into gold, finding value that's just sitting there.
Exactly right. That's the heart of the problem, what the source calls the trillion-dollar pain point. It's this massive, untapped potential. All these dead leads just gathering digital dust in databases. Think about it. Companies spend so much, millions, maybe billions collectively, to get these leads in the first place. But then if the first contact doesn't work or the lead goes cold, poof, they're often just abandoned.
Oh, yeah.
That's a crazy amount of potential sales just disappearing.
Yeah, and it's not just theoretical, is it? Especially now. You factor in the economy lately, post-pandemic stuff, high interest rates, inflation. Businesses are, understandably, super cautious, risk-averse. They're watching every penny, focused on profit margins. So squeezing value out of assets they already paid for, that becomes absolutely critical, not just nice to have.
Precisely. And that really throws the flaws of the old way into sharp relief. The traditional lead gen agency model, relying on Facebook ads, monthly retainers. For the agencies, it's often just a grind. High client churn, constant demands, tiny profit margins, tons of stress. Plus, you need real experience, big ad budgets. And for the clients, it's rough too. Big upfront costs, no guarantee it'll work, and a real chance of getting burned by campaigns that just, fizzle out.
Okay, so let's just crystallize that again. The main problem isn't just needing new leads. It's this massive failure to make money from the contacts they already have, people who showed interest once. And the old methods just weren't good at tackling that specific issue, leaving this huge pile of potential profit completely untouched. An overlooked gold mine, like we said. It really does explain that trillion-dollar figure.
Which brings us neatly to the solution presented, the ROYA system, R-O-R-Y-A. It stands for Rent Out Your Sales Android. Now, Sales Android sounds a bit sci-fi, maybe, but it's essentially an AI bot, a smart, human-like bot designed specifically for sales conversations, for qualifying leads.
And it's important to stress this isn't just another chatbot you see everywhere online, right?
Yeah. No, definitely not. The source is really clear on this. It's a sophisticated system built for one main purpose, database reactivation, or DBR, and it's described as being incredibly effective and profitable, precisely because it targets this huge neglected asset pool that nearly every business has. It's about sparking engagement where everyone assumed there was none left. The source uses this great analogy, the Sleeping Beauty android. It literally wakes up those dead leads.
Sleeping Beauty. Okay, I like that. How?
With what they call a Prince Charming SMS kiss. But here's the key insight, the real magic. It's not just any random text message. It's a hyper-focused, super concise 2-sentence message. That's it. That precision, that brevity powered by AI cuts through all the noise.
2 sentences. That's it.
Yep. And that's apparently why it gets these amazing 40 to 60% reply rates from lists that were completely cold before. It really shows that in today's world, a sharp, targeted message delivered smartly beats long, rambling outreach every time.
That Sleeping Beauty thing really sticks. And it connects to another idea, right? The sell the shovel philosophy.
Exactly. Like the California gold rush. The source points out that the biggest fortunes weren't always made by the folks panning for gold. Often it was the people selling the shovels, the picks, the supplies.
Okay, so it's not just using the AI yourself.
Right. It's about providing the AI automation system to businesses.
Yeah.
You're giving them the tools, the shovels, to dig up their own gold from their databases.
Got it. So let's just reiterate that point clearly. The ROA system directly tackles that multi-trillion-dollar problem we talked about. It does it by offering something really different. Low risk, high certainty. And it works by leveraging these existing overlooked assets, the dead leads. It changes the whole game.
Okay, so we get the what and the why, but the how. How does ROYA actually work day to day? The source lays out what sounds like a surprisingly simple, stress-free 8-step process.
8 steps. Okay, walk us through it. What's step 1?
Right. Step 1 is just the approach. Super simple. You basically just ask business owners, hey, do you have a list of old leads lying around? If they say yes, which most do, you propose turning those old contacts into new sales using this AI and SMS approach, and you suggest a 50% profit share on the new sales generated from those old leads.
50%, okay.
Yeah, and the source gives this great line like a casual BBQ frame pitch. Would you prefer 100% of nothing or 50% of, say, $100?
Huh. That cuts right to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Puts it in perspective.
Exactly. Then step 2 is the coffee date. Just a relaxed Zoom call, no pressure. You do a live demo, show them how the AI works.
And that leads to step 3, the close, which they say is almost guaranteed.
Pretty much near 100% close rate, even for people new to this, because the demo is just so powerful. Seeing is believing, It creates instant certainty.
Okay, so they sign up. What's next? Step 4.
Step 4, the Sleeping Beauty Android build. Sounds technical, but it's not really. The client just gives you their old leads, usually as a simple CSV file. You load that into a CRM platform, something like High Level is mentioned often. That platform is key because it handles the automation and integrates with the AI. That's where you set up the bot to talk to leads, handle objections, qualify them.
Gotcha. Then step 5 is the actual Prince Charming kiss. That first SMS goes out.
Yep, sent by the Android.
And then step 6, sales call. The qualified leads get booked straight into the client's calendar.
Directly. The AI handles the booking.
Step 7 sounds good. Profit. Collect your 50% cut.
That's the goal.
And finally, step 8, repeat. Just keep the cycle going with more leads.
Rinse and repeat. It's designed as a continuous flow.
Now, you mentioned the demo being key. The source calls it show, don't tell.
Absolutely crucial. This is highlighted as maybe the most important selling principle here. That live demo, and often they do it right in OpenAI's playground.
Playground, what's that?
It's like a live testing area for the AI. You can type in prompts and see the AI respond in real time, have a conversation with it. Doing the demo there gives instant visual proof. The client sees the AI's intelligence, its conversational ability, right before their eyes. It just removes all the skepticism.
Okay, so just to recap this part. Each step in this ROYA process seems designed to avoid the problems of old lead gen methods. It's faster, way less risky for the client, highly automated, and crucially, it focuses on reactivating assets they already possess, leveraging existing value.
Exactly. And that ties into why it's described as so powerful, why it creates this irresistible offer. The source brings in Travis Sago's timer framework. TIMER stands for time, identity, money, energy, and reputation. The whole ROYA system is built to drastically reduce the client's input of time, money, and energy, while boosting their identity, making them look innovative, and enhancing their reputation by generating sales.
So it hits all the right buttons for a business owner, especially that zero-risk performance basis you mentioned. That seems huge.
It is. No upfront cost for the client. They only pay when a sale is actually made from a reactivated lead.
Wow.
That just demolishes the main financial objection, right? Makes the decision incredibly easy, a no-brainer, as the source puts it. It shifts all the risk onto the service provider, which, frankly, shows incredible confidence in the system. Businesses respect that.
And that changes the dynamic for the person offering the service too, doesn't it?
Completely. It fosters this mindset of, we are the prize.
Yeah.
You know your solution is unique, valuable, and proven. So you adopt a hell yes or hell no approach. You only take on clients where it's a great fit, where they're genuinely excited, no desperation, no chasing.
Because the offer itself is so strong.
And the results seem to back it up. The source shares some powerful stories. There's David, who had a struggling traditional agency, adopted ROYA, and ended up working with the UK's top solar company, solved his client retention issues overnight because he offered real, measurable results.
Then there's Rob Brown. That story is wild.
Isn't it? Quit his 9-to-5, started with ROYA in January 2024.
And by March, just a couple of months later, he's making $25K a month in profit.
Yeah. And apparently on track for 8 figures profit in his first year. He even got a class action client paying $200 a week up front.
Up front. How does that work with the performance model?
Well, it shows the power of sell first, build later. He proved the concept, gained trust, and negotiated different terms for massive scale. It highlights the flexibility once you're in.
Incredible. And Cedric Seguela in France, a one-man operation.
Yeah, closing deals with billion-dollar companies. An insurance firm with 25,000 employees earning €2 per conversation as AI handles, all through cold email showcasing the ROYA offers power.
Just amazing. So these stories really underscore it, don't they? The zero-risk offer plus the AI reliability creates massive certainty and value, attracting even huge whale clients who need solutions now.
And it doesn't stop there. The system is designed for scaling beyond just database reactivation. DBR is positioned as just the first step, the foot in the door.
Getting your claws into a business, as the source puts it.
Huh, yeah, something like that. Once you've proven the value, built that trust, you can use the same AI automation for other high-value services.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Okay, so you've reactivated old leads. Now apply the AI to new, fresh leads as they come in. Imagine someone opts into a client's website. Bam! Instant SMS from the AI. That's speed to lead. You engage them while they're hot, dramatically increasing conversion chances. Stops leads going cold in the first place.
Okay, that makes sense.
What else? Out-of-hours and raids. Let the AI handle inquiries when the sales team's gone home, weekends, evenings. Basically makes the business run 24/7 for lead capture and qualification without hiring more people.
And that document collection thing Rob Brown used.
Oh yeah, the document collection android. That's a fascinating one. Think about how much time businesses waste chasing signed contracts, forms, supporting documents. It's a huge bottleneck. Automating those follow-ups with AI. Road apparently found a $56 million opportunity with just one client by solving that specific pain point.
56 million, just from chasing documents.
That's the potential scale. It just reiterates, again, that AI automation isn't some fad. It's a fundamental tool for solving real, costly, evergreen business problems.
The source also mentioned different deal structures. It's not always 50-50 profit share.
Right. Once you're established, you can use retainers, hybrid models, ask for deposits, much more flexibility. And they talk about anchor points for getting paid faster.
Anchor point.
Yeah, instead of waiting for the final sale, you agree to get paid at key stages, like per call booked by the AI, or per quote sent, or per document signed. It improves your cash flow dramatically and aligns payments with the value you're delivering along the way. Gives you more control.
And the underlying business lead generation, it's pretty stable, isn't it?
Absolutely. Considered recession-proof by many because, well, businesses always need sales. Good times, bad times, doesn't matter. And that core problem, neglected databases, inefficient lead handling, that's timeless. It's not going away, which makes mastering this AI-driven approach potentially very profitable long-term.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this all up. Let's summarize the core opportunity here. AI automation agencies, using systems like ROYA, seem perfectly placed to solve a really common, really expensive business problem, those dormant leads. They offer a solution that's low risk for the client, high reward, and just flat out outperforms the old ways. Provides real certainty.
And crucially, the message is that this is accessible. You don't need to be a tech guru or a sales veteran. The system is presented as step-by-step, something ordinary folks can learn and implement if they follow the process.
You know, makes you think. In a world drowning in information, always chasing the new, maybe the real goal isn't just finding new stuff, but smartly reactivating and monetizing what we already have.
That's a great point.
The ROYA system really hammers home that idea, the power of controlling assets, maybe more than just owning them. So as you're listening, maybe think about that. In this new digital frontier, how could you stake a claim? Not by finding something brand new, maybe, but by unlocking the value in what's already there, overlooked, just waiting for that, well, that Prince Charming SMS kiss. Something to ponder.